Welcome, my Cancers, to your monthly zodiac sign reading for December. I'm Christine. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, it's really great to see you. We are going to dive in and see what messages the universe has for you for this month. Know that my readings are timeless, and please intuitively go with whatever placement you feel called to. Generally, people go with their sun, moon, or rising, but any other, there is always something to glean. So let's get started. Let's see what you need to know for December. What do my Cancers need to be aware of for December? Okay. We have the Hermit card. Virgo energy. If you hear slurping, those are my dogs. We got Page of Wands, fire energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. Sagittarius, and we're in Sag season at the time of this filming. Sag season, 5 of coins, 9 of swords. I've been channeling this for Cancers. There's a lot of energy of introspecting, contemplating, almost as if you're going on a type of retreat. That could be a staycation, a mindfulness or silent retreat, something where you're connecting to yourself, where you're reflecting. And I feel like it has to do with reflecting on values. It's like mind, body, soul, reflecting on changing values, connecting to yourself. There's a spiritual ascension happening with you all, and a big upgrade in this time frame. It's about letting go of things that do not feel good anymore. Anything that may have caused you feeling inadequacies, caused you feeling any form of disappointment, anxiousness, and the like. And so we have this confirmed with the Hermit and the Page of Wands. Very opposing energies, but I feel like this is really speaking to very laser focused, because I'm seeing those lasers people have. It almost looks like a pen, but it's a laser, and people use them for pointers and sometimes for cats. Cats like to follow them. I'm sensing this laser, innate, inner laser focus on going within. It's almost as if you decided to retreat from the world. And some of you may be taking the month of December to kind of connect with yourself. I know we do have the upcoming full moon in Cancer coming up. So Cancers, you may be feeling this. It's several weeks away, because prior to that we have the new moon in Sagittarius. But at the time of this filming, I feel like there's just a need for connecting to yourself and reinvigorating, reactivating what those connections means, what that connection means and looks like for you. There's just a concentrated energy. Have you ever, this is the best way to explain it, I feel like December is bringing a time where you are going to ask yourself, what do I most need right now? And you know, from the bottom of the deck, again, I'm sensing a lot of rest, rebalancing and balancing, recalibrating of sorts. Because I feel like you may have been feeling off kilter, off centered, off balance. There may have been a lot going on around you, a lot of busy times, a lot of things just happening really quickly. And I'm sensing just exhaustion in the physical body, in the mental body as well, and also spiritually. We have death here too. Some of you have just shifted so much, maybe have been doing a lot of your own inner work, but also have experienced a lot of day-to-day shifts in your life through your interactions, through work, through relationships. It can get tiring when things pop up one after the other, because you are using that energy, whether it's physical energy or mental, spiritual energy. You're using that energy to complete something, to work on something, to let something go. So it's as if you're on. Imagine if your computer stayed on for a long time. After a while, it starts to slow down. Have you ever wondered that? And things don't work as well, and then you have to reboot. You guys are doing a big reboot. And if this is something that you've been contemplating and feeling pulled towards, I feel like this is affirming that. December is going to be a time to wipe the slate clean. I feel like this is also a time for energetic recuperation. It's like plugging your phone or computer back in, and it's charging up. The battery is charging up. That's what I'm sensing here. Some of you, I feel like you may be going into some type, I keep getting a retreat. It doesn't have to be something far away, but it could be in nature, somewhere soothing, It could be at home as well, where you're taking time to engage in activities that you may not have been able to prioritize or include in your schedule. Or you may simply be going on some type of break, holiday, vacation, where you are able to really prioritize yourself, what it is that you want to do, without being constrained by more external responsibilities or deadlines. I also feel like this is another opportunity for you in December to really connect on this is a more deeper, maybe philosophical, existential energy of what you truly want to carry forth and how you want to end this year. It's almost as if you're doing a review. You know, the end of year reviews many people do prior to a new year starting. This is what I'm sensing with you all. It's like culminating type of energy where, again, I'm sensing like a journal energy. There's a lot of contemplation, introspection. Of course, during this time, we will have Mercury going retrograde. So that may also add to this weight, to this feeling for some of my Cancers, where you're going to just feel like I need to go within, calendars closed. I want to retreat away from the world. Some of you may not even tell people, maybe except people you trust, like in case of emergency, here I am. But I sense an isolation type. It's a concerted isolation type or solitude type of energy where you're intentionally taking time out for yourself and you're making room for yourself. And there's a lot of energy here with the Page of Wands. I feel like there's an intentional focus in learning, honing something, or developing it. It could be, again, mindfulness, stillness, meditation, yoga, some type of mind, body, soul practice, psychosomatic practice. It could be connecting to your spiritual practice in some way. Journaling, writing, some type of creative process that connects to your soul, that allows you to really connect on a deeper level. I'm hearing mantras and chanting as well. Some of you, it's going to be the physical movement of like hiking, walking, doing some type of activity that allows you to just center yourself. Let's see what other messages the universe has in store for you for December. A sense of a wave of peace and calm with you guys. And if you're not feeling that in your life, I feel like that's what you're wanting. Your card from the Soul Journey Oracle. It's something along those lines. I tend to make up my own names for oracles because I forget the names. Everything is smooth sailing in the flow. Look at this. And right around this time in the Northern Hemisphere, at the time of this filming, we are approaching the Christmas holidays. And it's winter. Winter's coming up. So look at this. But irrespective, it doesn't matter which hemisphere you're in or season. There's here a strong need to connect to yourself, to your inner light, to the divine, to your prayer, spiritual practices, beliefs. I feel like this is a point of retreating, again, with the in the flow card and surrendering. I feel like there's going to be an intentional focus on peeling back anything that throws you off balance, that may potentially lead you to overcommit. It's almost as if you are claiming no's. This is my month of no instead of yes. And you see this person is wrapped up, bundled with a pillow in a sleigh by themselves. So for me, this reiterates and confirms this solitude energy. You got that underneath the deck and with the Hermit card. I feel some of you too may be in the midst of planning some type of solo retreat, solo journey, solo trip. Almost reminds me of the Chariot, which is Cancer energy too, but this is an oracle deck that doesn't have any sign ascriptions to it, or it doesn't ascribe any signs. I said that in reverse. There's a trusting and a knowing here. For some of you, this is perhaps like the culmination. You know when they say cherry on top? This could be something you have been planning or really looking forward to towards the end of the year. For some of you, this is ritualized and something you do every year where you devote a certain block of time. And this is relative for everyone. This could be a weekend, this could be a day, an afternoon. For some, it could be a couple weeks or longer, where you simply reconnect to yourself. Ever heard the term like dating yourself or romancing yourself? That's what I'm getting here, like complete on nourishing yourself. Some of you are simply also looking to recommit to your practices, spiritual, psychic, intuitive. Let's see what other messages the universe has for my Cancers for December. What else do they need to know? There's also an energy here of knowing that even if you do have responsibilities this month, you're not allowing that to dictate your well-being, the quality of your life, and the way that you want to show up for yourself. There's a trusting energy that whatever needs to get done will get done. Okay, we have Mercury, communication. Interesting, because you have the Hermit card, which is Mercury ruled Virgo. And we're about to head into Mercury retrograde. At the time of this filming, we're in the shadow period until December 13th. We will have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and then on the 23rd of December, it'll shift into Sagittarius. So a lot of mental focus here. So Mercury, communication. Some of the key words here: words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade, ideas, smarts, reporting, awareness, vision, lens, palette, perception, curiosity, narrative, muse, and wonder. I'll hold up the card. Some of you may connect with a bee. Bees signify they're laborious little creatures. It's hard work. They're assiduous, community-oriented and connection. They're also very loyal. Mercury right now. So there's something about communication. I keep getting that, but I feel like it's more with yourself. You're connecting with yourself, and that's opening up. Ever notice when you just do something or spend a lot of time with yourself, like a weekend just relaxing, how much more you receive back? Oftentimes we think productivity and replenishing and resting means more doing, when in fact sometimes doing less is more. Ever heard that saying? And that's the energy I'm seeing here. Whatever it is that you have outlined and have carved out for December, I feel like that is going to allow you to receive messages not only from your spiritual guide, but also be able to clarify what it is that you're wanting in terms of your life vision, your goals, your strategy. I've been having difficulty talking because Mercury retrograde and the shadow periods always affect me as well, since my moon is ruled by Mercury. So communication, I feel, is going to come in and be something of central focus for you in December. Communication with self, communication with your spirit guides. We got a lot of white here, which signifies spirituality, spiritual ascension, new beginnings. There's a purity, a cleansing happening. To me, again, it's like a soul cleansing, perhaps end of the year detox for some of you, and detox is very broad. It can mean a lot of things. Let's pull from the Awakened Soul Oracle and see what other information, what else do my Cancers need to know for December. I feel so calm doing your reading. It's almost as if I've woken up from a great nap and I'm just ready to restart or complete the day. Okay, you got quite a few Awakened Soul Oracle messages. The first one, cleanse. And here we have someone, and there's a full moon behind them with some crystals and sage. Cleanse. I just said detox before. So some of you in December may be completely doing a detox, end of year cleaning, declutter, that sort of thing, where you're weeding out, cleaning out physically in all areas of your life. Energetically, I get a huge energetic spiritual component here as well. Some of you may be looking into reinvigorating, replenishing your own spiritual practice, like I mentioned before, but also in a more practical sense. So maybe looking for new crystals or a new corner that you want to devote, like a little, what do they call them? Like an altar or sanctuary. You may be stocking up more on things that help you feel more aligned to yourself, but also cleansed in terms of your environment. Some people use smoke, some use crystals, some use like sound bowls, musical bowls, instruments, plants, lights, things of that sort. We also have here unplug. These messages are just on point. Look at this, unplug. This person is carrying a cord that's unplugged here. And we see them facing nature. Some of you are going on a tech, social media detox or unplugging during December, or really being very mindful about that. And I feel like that is going to help replenish you. Some of you may work in fields that are very Mercury ruled. Marketing, sales, writing, speaking, communicating in any form, blogging, podcasting, YouTube videos. You may interface or dialogue with a lot of people in day to day. You may also be a teacher at, local school, working with others. You could teach workshops, educate in that way. You could work in communications, commerce, travel. So there's something here about your mind wanting to rest, or at least you wanting a chance to reboot. You got a lot of energy here around taking time to simply rest, taking a time out from the world. We also have challenge. This looks like a chess game. For some, this may be a challenge for you to do, to actually take a concerted detox. And for so many people, it is very hard. If you've never done a social media detox, a digital detox, or simply a break where you disconnect completely from the world and you focus on you. Think if any of you that are tapped in here remember to life before cell phones. And if you haven't, just imagine if your cell phone was turned off. For some people, it gives and provokes anxiety. Interesting, because we had the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which could indicate also restlessness, anxiety. So it could be a fear of missing out. What happens when I'm away during this month? What am I going to miss? And I feel like you're going to realize you're not going to miss anything, because everything that you may be expecting or you think you're going to miss, it's going to be right there waiting for you when you get back out into the quote unquote real world. So also challenge your own challenges, challenge your own thoughts, challenge your own beliefs that are coming up. And that helps you also reframe some things going in. I remember very briefly when I did my first staycation at home. It was last year. I burnt out. And I took, what was it, like 3 weeks off, a month, from like social media. And I don't even engage in much in YouTube. And I'm limited drastically in my phone usage. And I always felt like, I'm like, what if I miss a call? What if I miss something important? I even put my email away, my email signature, and it was really difficult not to check it. But I realized everything and everyone can wait. The people that, if they ever need me for an emergency, they have my number and they know what's going on. So think of that. You may want to create some type of contingency plan. If you feel like something important is going to come up and you're going to miss it, try to create some type of plan. Like, hey, if this is a true emergency, here's my number, you know where to reach me. Otherwise, know that everything that's coming through to you, whether it's through email, even your mail, social media, messages, things like that, they will still be there when you get back. For some of you that are wanting to do this, other people may actually challenge you and reflect, oh, why do you need to do this? What's so important about this? You may not get the support, the encouragement, maybe the uplifting from these people. So there's some type of strategy here involved, and it may mean not even telling certain people. Just letting people know, hey, I'm going out of town, that's it. You don't even have to mention, especially if you're not going out of town. And that's something I've done. I tell the people just very close to me what's happening. And for those, you don't have to tell anyone. So you may want to strategically play your moves in your life and work in this vein, in this type of energy as well. Your final card, we got vision. Third eye here, it looks like, with the full moon in the back. I mentioned this earlier about clarifying your life vision. Some of you during this time, you will use this to get clarity on, it's, again, I'm getting a reflection year. For many people, towards the end of the year, they like to reassess. And for the Cancers I'm connecting to, this is what I'm getting. Like a reset button. Okay, let's take a look and take stock of 2023. What happened? What went on? What were the highlights? What went good? What didn't go so good? What did I learn? What could I have improved of? Did I reach all my goals? Which goals didn't I reach? It's that type of assessment. I feel like many of you are going to reflect too through journaling, words. Also through your creative endeavors. Some of you are tapping back into pleasures and hobbies. Music. I'm seeing guitar, but it could be a musical expression, art, working with some type of medium that allows you to simply relax, simply enjoy without having to feel pressure that you're doing this for money or you're doing this for work. I also feel like all of this is tied because it's preparing you to clarify what it is you want next in your life. It could be for 2024, it could simply mean for the next Monday or the next week or even the next day or even for dinner. But there's a clarity here coming, and we just had a full moon at the time of this filming. We had a full moon a few days ago in Gemini. We have an upcoming new moon in Sagittarius, and then we have a full moon in your sign of Cancer. So perhaps during some of these cycles before the end of the year, you will be receiving more information for yourself, because communication and messages are a theme here for you all. I feel like this is more psychically and intuitively. Some of you may be asking for signs from your guides. If I'm meant to leave this job or this relationship, please give me a sign. Some of you may be waiting to hear from messages, and you may get this during the time that you're taking time for yourself. You know, when you're waiting on something or someone to respond and you haven't heard from them, it could be weeks, days, weeks, months. And there comes a time where you're like, screw it. And when you least expect it, when you have that attitude of like, I don't care, I'm dropping it and I'm refocusing my energy on something else, because this is what this energy presents to in the flow. That's when all of a sudden you get the ding on your phone or the email or the snail mail arrives. So there's something with your energy here that's shifting, the vibration is shifting, and it's a concerted effort in taking care of yourself in a different way, of almost shutting out the world with intention there, of embracing the solitude so that you can connect to yourself, replenish yourself. More importantly, it'll allow the universe to do the work. Any resistance, any blockages that have been coming up, I feel like this is going to be cleared out during this time as well. This is also a time for really getting super clear on what it is you desire in this next life, because you got, again, challenge and vision, but strategy. I mentioned strategy earlier. I feel like it's, again, creating your goals or clarifying what it is you want your life to look like. Some of you have to do it alone, or at least with as minimal energies involved, because that's going to help you denote this is what I want and not what others want for me. Let's get a final message from Archangel Michael, and then we'll get a final advice from the universe. We have 16, which reduces to a 7. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. You got challenges twice. So some of you, this situation that you are embracing in December may be as a result of a challenge. Someone challenging you, or you're going through something or coming out of something challenging in your life. Because there's a complete, I'm putting myself first energy here for December. Some of you, it simply could have been from being too busy, doing too much, working too much, spreading yourself thin. And because we have communication emphasized here, it could result because of other relationship communication issues that have resulted in, you know what, I need to step back. So if any of you are feeling like, oh my gosh, this has been a time, this is confirmation that things are looking up. And I feel like it's the moment when you choose to unplug and go within and take care of yourself and shut the world out. You're just going to sense an energetic shift almost immediately, a sense of comfort, as if the universe is enveloping you in a blanket, in a soft blanket. Sometimes you need to withdraw, retract in order to protract, in order to expand, in order to come out again in a new way. Okay, can we get a final advice from the universe, please, for my Cancers? Thank you. Okay, you got 2. I was looking for 1 card, but you got Strength card, Leo energy. This is a number 8. And your second card, Knight of Wands. Look at this. This is about using your energy wisely, intentionally. Don't waste it. Don't allow it to drain. Don't put it on things, or don't focus it. That's the word. Focus it onto things that are not going to bring you what it is that you want, that are going to add or help you get to your goals, to your vision. In other words, if you know you want to maybe focus on getting fit, working out again, or getting better sleep, you may need to rethink where you put that energy and with whom. So if you have friends that love to go out at night and it's interrupting your sleep, that's something to reimagine, rethink how that could change, or what needs to change in order for you to honor yourself and maybe stay connected if those friends or people are willing to respect you. Same thing with getting fit. There's something here that I'm sensing about situations around you that you've outgrown, or you're realizing that it doesn't help you accomplish what it is that you want in life. And I feel like some of you are taking time out. It could be like a pause from a relationship as well, where you just want to reassess and see how things are alone or away from this other person. Or it could be people too, if it's a community, like a group of friends. This is going to give you time to, quote unquote, shake up their energy. You know when dogs shake? You see them and like all this crap starts flying off, especially if they're wet. It's kind of like that. You shake up the energies of people. The more you spend the more time you spend in nature, or even in solitude, and there's a balance there. But the more time you take for yourself, especially if you're very energetically sensitive, the more you realize what's yours and what's not yours. I feel like this is about putting your focus on what it is you truly desire and going for it. For some of you, it's all out restarting and taking care of yourself for December so that you can bring your best self forward into the new year. My Cancers, if this video has resonated with you, I would love it if you could help support me and my channel and hit the thumbs up button, hit the little bell if you'd like to be notified of more videos from me. I do content around energy readings with tarot and oracle, weekly astrological forecasts, energy forecasts as I call them, and I do some astrology as well, and other videos on spirituality. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing rest of the month, and I'll see you soon. Take care.